Hello and welcome back to Rottenroots. Last time we left off after taking down the prodigy, or, well, I don't know if I trust them really being down, so maybe I should get ready to make some quick decisions again, I don't know. But yeah, I don't really trust that situation. But let's see. They arrive at the shore and Audrey jumps out, examining the area and mumbling to herself. Size 45 and the signature footprints. No doubt, it was him. I told you he would be here. Her shaky hand grabs a shiny silver weapon with a transparent blue barrel from the ground and closely inspects it. No fingerprints, no ammo. Can you see him somewhere? She looks down the forest, her gaze following the footprints the attacker left. James leans towards Salem, whispering in his ear. Why is she talking to herself? The hell do I know? Why do you ask me and not her? Maybe she's just thinking out loud. Maybe she is schizophrenic. Come on. All good detectives do that. Between 2 and 3, yeah. Maybe she's just thinking out loud, that's what I was thinking at least. Salem whispers back. Maybe she's just thinking out loud? Maybe, yeah. He's long gone. She turns back to the boys, a red tear flows down her eye as she stumbles back towards the raft. You sure you're okay there, Inspector? She nods and sits down on the floor of the raft, out of breath and pale, her hands gripping around the empty weapon. I am fine. Just get going. I demand it. Okay, so I was half right. We didn't quite take him down. He's gone. But also you didn't like we didn't have to fight him again or something. Good enough for me. Do you want a... Please, silence. I just need some time to process all of this. Salem's and James' eye meet, but James shrugs and scratches the back of his head. Yeah, we get it. Salem pushes them off the shore and they float down the river in silence. Audrey stands up after a while, her paleness vanishing and breath normalizing as if nothing happened. Then, after a while more, the river changes as it starts to split into a fork, sunlight playing differently across each branch. Right, we knew that decision was coming. To the left, the water rushes past the emerging stones. To the right, a gentler current winds through a wider, darker channel. Audrey draws a deep breath and unfolds her map as the boys gather around her. I'm done arguing. We take the left path. I need to reach the camp ASAP, whatever it takes. But that skull symbol, it must mean death. They don't print those onto maps just for fun. Give the map another look. Okay, maybe we could have had insight here again from one of the starting stats, but okay. Salem studies the map again, his finger tracing over the skull symbol. Guess I'll have to listen to my gut on this one. He looks up to see both James and Audrey watching him. Sal, please, I've got a bad feeling about this. We've had enough surprises for a day. We need that Emblem-Steilranke. Our families count on us. My sister, I have to win this. Seems like I'm choosing more than just a route. Of course you are. Salem wrinkles his brows and bites on his lip. Alright, time's running out. I need to choose. Take the long and safe route that James prefers, take the short and dangerous route that Audrey prefers. I am with James on this one. Not only for James's sake, but it's a bonus. But yeah, Rather the safe one, and I hope we have enough time, I'm not quite sure, but yeah. Salem steers right. James and Audrey will remember that. Sorry, Audrey, but safety? Audrey's hand is shaking as she gets out her épée, extending it with a button press and pointing it at Salem. Turn around, now. James raises his arms and moves towards Salem and Audrey. Audrey, calm down. These emblems aren't worth killing for. Isn't that the whole point of the game, though? But okay. Audrey's hand is shaking even more as she moves her épée closer to James's throat. Tears well up in the side of her eyes. Not for you, but I have to. My sister, my father, they're counting on me. James nods while his right hand carefully approaches the épée. I am sure they are proud of you. You are risking your life here. They love. Audrey slaps away James' hand with her épée, tears running down her face as she lays the point of the épée onto his throat. You know nothing about me. Audrey, we are not your enemies. I have to win. Please, Audrey. Audrey retracts her épée with a press of a button and drops to her knees, her whole body shaking as she struggles to catch her breath. James touches the cut left on his throat, blood running down from it, while Audrey bursts into tears. Comfort Audrey or treat James's cut. Mean. Mean, that is. Because I get it. Like, she is going through a lot, and I get that she really wants to win this, but come on. I'll go with James here, treat James's cut. Salem takes off his scarf and tapes up the cut on James's throat. Scarfy? But it's only a... But me no buts. Right? He's red anyway, just give him back to me once the bleeding stops. James smiles and nods while Audrey is still sobbing, her hands covered over her face. James will remember that. Thanks, Al. I will cherish him. Scarfy, okay. You better. Salem rests his forehead against James's, the two of them smiling before pulling back. Audrey wipes away her tears and gets up again. Okay, I demand you two to never talk about this again. About what? Exactly. And now, Steilranke, you better get the motor running. Salem nods and tries to push the boat a little faster with his steering stick. As the ride continues, the river carries the group through a dense forest, giving way to rocky outcroppings and marshy banks. For a while, they drift down the river as the sun sinks more and more. We need way too long. I hope at least Lynn made it. The buzzing alarm echoes over the river, turning into a voice. Attention, all remaining storm oaks. 1 hour remains till the end of the sundown. Current status, 90 storm oaks active, 110 storm oaks eliminated. All sectors except the direct path to the camp are now declared forbidden. Overseer patrols intensified. The first Green Order emblem awaits a worthy recipient at the camp. Only 1 hour. Don't worry, 1 hour is still a lot of time. I sure hope so. Oh, how I hate your optimism. You should have both listened to me. Maybe you should, we'll see. James ignores Audrey and wraps an arm around Salem's shoulder. Chin up there, buddy. Nothing can ever go wrong with me around. I am the chill guy who balances the universe. How can you be so hopeful? We will all die here. James clears his throat and puffs out his chest. Seems like the acting god needs to give you all a morale boost. Come on, acting god, cheers up. Please stop being cringe. No. Be cringe, be free. A morale boost might not be the worst thing right now. Not another one of your ego chips. Wow. Wow, harsh. Sure, let's go along with it. Come on, acting god, cheers up. James will remember that. Come on, acting god, cheer us up. Finally. James throws open his jacket, flexing like a Greek statue. Behold, a god among mortals, king of jokes, gatekeeper of smiles, the sole shareholder in the laughingstock market. James kisses his biceps. I am the god of laughs, here to give my captain eternal happiness. Audrey leans closer to Salem, whispering, Does he ever stop? I hope he never does. Blasphemy! The god of comedy sends his unbelievers aboard. James's theatrical voice echoes through the quiet forest. His smile fades as he notices shadows between the trees along the shore. A buzzing alarm once again echoes over the river. What? It hasn't even been an hour. Attention, all Storm Oaks. The first Green Order emblem has been claimed by Storm Oak Jana Neugemüller. No additional Green Order emblems will be provided today. Come to the camp before sundown to avoid elimination and take part in the next event tomorrow. So Lynn wasn't first. Chin up, she's a fighter. She'll be fine. That was my go. Why? Audrey stops mid-sentence, hand moving to her AP as her yelling turns into a whisper. Movement. Salem follows her gaze to the tree line, where strange figures hide in the shadows. Mutants. This must be one of those forbidden sectors. Her AP extends with a click. James waves at them, and they answer him by starting to hum. Fascinating. They're watching us. Subhuman mutations, and most likely hungry. A red tear forms at the corner of her eye. Yet their behavior suggests higher cognitive function. Do you think they control the vines? Maybe. They look so humanoid. Ready the gun or wait and see? Can't hurt to ready it, right? We're not firing yet. And she has a weapon out, so ready the gun. Salem tries to pull out his gun, but James places his hand on Salem's arm. No, don't, please. Salem gets out his Storm Oak manual and flips through the pages with a fluid motion, stopping on a page in the back. It says most mutants are aggressive predators. The leaf-covered figures match the pace of the raft, following them but keeping to the trees, while Salem flips through some more pages. But they aren't behaving like anything in the manual. I am sure they will be peaceful if we are. Audrey wipes away a thin red tear while Salem puts his manual back. We can't risk it. It's a trap. They're peaceful. Trust me. How do you know? Or is it just a feeling? The river widens to reveal the overgrown ruins of a massive stone bridge rising from the water. That's the trap! The center of the bridge has collapsed into the river below, blocking the way through the water. They watch the mutants moving like shadows behind the trees. Trap or not, that bridge is going to be a problem. Can't we lift the raft over it? Yes, but we'll have to do it together. Which leaves us vulnerable to attack. Salem glances at the sinking sun. And the sun is setting in like half an hour, but I don't see another way. Audrey studies the approaching ruins. Concentrate on the task ahead. Okay, another choice here. The raft drifts closer to the ruins, perfect arches reduced to broken teeth, concrete twisted by unnatural force. I have a strange feeling about this place. I have a strange feeling about all of this, but okay. Their raft comes to a stop at the bridge ruins. Quietly, let's get it over with. James and Audrey nod as they heave the heavy raft out of the water, dragging it over the bridge ruins to the far side of the river. The raft catches on a rusty metal rod sticking out of the concrete ruins. It's stuck. The mutants step out from behind the trees, some rushing towards them. They begin a low humming and raise wooden bows made of crude red branches. It was a trap all along. What now? Use the upper side of the pistol as a saw, or unlocked, have James create a diversion to buy some time. Unlocked because he's here? Buy some time? Sure. I hope it doesn't put him at risk. James, create a distraction. James grins and points at himself. James, remember that. Me? For real? One distraction, coming right up. You can't be serious. Salem and Audrey struggle with the raft while James steps onto the edge of the bridge. The mutants pause momentarily, seemingly confused by James. Salem and Audrey try to yank the raft off the metal rod and manage to loosen it a bit. James bows theatrically, causing mutants to raise their bows. Time to be a hero. James jumps off the ruins, raises his hand, spreading his middle and forefinger into a V shape. What is he doing? The humming stops and the figures lower their bows, watching James gesture. Salem and Audrey manage to free the raft and drag it over the rest of the bridge, while the mutants stare at James. James keeps his stance, back turned to the other teens, one hand slipping inside his jacket. James, we got it, come on. James doesn't move, his hidden hand fumbling under the jacket, while Salem and Audrey push the raft into the water. James, we will leave without you. James takes his hands down, turns around and jumps onto the raft. What was that? What? Your finger? That sign you did? Oh, that, yeah. Just something my father taught me. But isn't that a forbidden finger sign? James smiles and shows her the middle finger. You're talking about this one? Audrey rolls her eyes and flicks James's forehead. Not that, Mossbrain. The sign you did with the mutants. Don't play dumb on me. They're just fingers. Nothing wrong with fingers. What kind of man is your father? Those creatures were crazy, right? Audrey crosses her arms and turns over to Salem. Yeah, they had bows and didn't behave like animals. Almost like people. Yeah, very strange. But also again, what he said, those are just fingers. Right? But that can't be. Shut it. Listen, do you hear that? A motorized whine cuts through the air, followed by distant drumming. Audrey's hand moves to the shaft of her EP, while James tries to spot where the sounds are coming from. Is that the Prodigy again? No, 300 meters down the river. A storm oak with a drum. Mighty oak rank. How on earth can you see that? Audrey wipes away a red tear, then collapses, breathing heavily. Do you have like an eye implant or something? Not now. She grabs Salem's leg and looks up to him. He has an overseer with him. They're here to eliminate us. Yeah, we're likely in a forbidden sector. Yeah, why do they not mark these? James isn't officially registered. We should be cautious about who we trust. Great. We should meet them head on. We should try to hide. Yeah, especially with James. Can we hide? I don't know how, but yeah, let's try. Stay low and be ready to swim. They lay low next to the exhausted orgy. Do you think he saw us? Kurt stops drumming and steers their boat towards them. Of course. Damn it, he did. Everybody, hush about those mutants. Ready your weapons. I am out of order right now. Audrey and James nod as the airboat comes closer. Kurt lays his finger on his lips and waves at the group. I'm so sorry about that background noise. Someone's car alarm's going off. I hope that was it. Salem and James stand up while Audrey stays down. The raft and the airboat come to a halt next to each other. Kurt is on the raft together with the deactivated overseer. Blossom brightly, kind stranger. Thanks for saving our lost. Kurt lays his finger on his lips and whispers. You are in the forbidden sector. I am not here to save you. We were ordered here to kill you. Raise your weapon at Kurt. Stay quiet. Stay quiet. Kurt looks at Salem, his eyes widening. Salem Stahlranke, you are still alive? Blossom brightly. Salem Stahlranke, Mighty Oak, Stormrock Division, New Frankfurt. Kurt glances nervously at the inactive overseer, then back to Salem. Okay, so if anyone asks, you are never anywhere forbidden, okay? We will keep our lips sealed, promise. Kurt nods, presses a small control on the side of his drum, causing the overseer to boot up. Take a deep breath. Salem takes a deep breath. Okay, just keep a cool head. We will be fine. Salem watches the overseer straighten, its limbs growing out of its shell. Kurt shakily straightens up and takes out a list and a kazoo. A kazoo, yeah, sure. Blossom brightly and congratulations, all of you are about to make it. Kurt gets out a list. You down there, you must be Audrey Richter, ranked sapling. Audrey, still completely out of breath, raises a hand towards Kurt as a greeting. Blossom brightly. You okay down there? Audrey nods and gives a faint thumbs up. And moving on. Salem, correct? You're the only other Mighty Oak just like me. Kurt looks over to James. But wait a minute, who is this? Kurt puts his kazoo away and nervously starts drumming again. Take part in the conversation? Okay. Uh-oh, if Kurt organizes this camp, then he's the last person we need asking tough questions about James. Blossom brightly, I'm here to replace my cousin. This is James. I invited him to camp. He's on the list. James glares at Salem, flaring his nostrils. Could we have not jumped in there? Like those that didn't have a timer on it? Yeah, I was a last-minute addition to this camp. Kurt looks at James and bites his lips. What was your name again? Oh, no worries. My name is James Taylor. Wait, what? Taylor? Did he change it again? Again? Okay. Kurt checks his list. James Taylor. Sure, you're on the list? Definitely. I'm the very peak of Stormwalk excellence. More like a rock bottom. Well, you are nowhere on my list. James' smile is trembling as the overseer raises its hand toward him. I should be on there somewhere. I am probably underage for handsome. Really? Is this the time? Kurt's drumming gets increasingly more nervous. Underage? I thought your last name was Taylor. He is kidding. James is a new member of NF City. That's why his documents aren't up to date yet. Maybe. I'll double check the document ID. But where are your patches? I can't even see your rank. As Kurt rechecks the list, the overseer's hand pulls back into its arm, reshaping into an arm gun. While Kurt is distracted, James whispers to Salem. If I have to run, don't follow me. I'll find you later. Promise. James crosses his arms and raises his chin as he smiles at Kurt. Check again. Oh, honey bun. So I double-checked the document ID, but no, sorry, James. Kurt nods as his eyes move over towards the overseer. Wait, can't we? There's nothing more I can do. The overseer glows red as it points its weapon at James. What should I do? I don't know. But I feel this is gonna be tough. Stay out of it, try to convince Kurt by tricking him, try to convince Kurt by being nice to him. Okay, I thought this was gonna be timed. I'll take the chance. Maybe I can even save during the time decisions, but I wasn't gonna, like, risk it. I'm not gonna stay out of it. We're gonna try something. Tricking him or convincing him by being nice. I don't know if that will work. I almost feel like tricking him will be... we'll have a better chance. But I'm gonna try being nice. Salem jumps onto the airboat. The overseer briefly swivels its weapon at Salem before refocusing back on James. Kurt stiffens as Salem approaches him with raised hands. What are you doing? You know the rules. He's not on the list, the overseer. Hey Kurt, hear me out. Just for a minute, okay? I'm just following the Stormwalk commands. The overseer, it enforces them. I don't want to get into trouble. I get it. You're doing your job, command number 65. And you're good at it. Following the book, keeping everyone safe. Salem walks up to Kurt and he stops playing the drums. That's what we Stormwalks are about, right? Safety, rules, brotherhood. Yeah. James from the raft gives 2 thumbs up and mouths, "Good start." Look, Kurt, I'd never ask you to break the rules. I'm not that kind of guy. Salem lays an arm around Kurt's shoulders. But here's the thing. James is on the list. He was just added late. You know how chaotic things can get. Added late? That doesn't sound right. Hey, look. I'm a mighty oak as well. I'd never lie to you. Promise. Isn't this just also tricking him, but, yeah, being nice about it? But the commands, the protocol, the overseer. The overseer follows your lead. You're the co-leader of this camp. Command number 65. Am I right? It trusts you to make the right call. And so do I. We all do. Salem points to James behind him. Look, James isn't a threat. He's just a happy kid who forgot his paperwork. Salem lays a hand on Kurt's shoulders. I'll even take full responsibility. But if we get in trouble... Salem pats Kurt's shoulder. We won't. Trust me, Kurt. Like I trust you. Kurt looks between Salem and the overseer, shaking his head from side to side. Kurt takes a deep breath and steps forward. Overseer, stand down. One more won't hurt. You are just following commands, and great at it. Good job. Okay, everyone jump on. I will bring you to the camp. James picks up Audrey and jumps onto the boat to the others. Thanks, Kurt. James lays Audrey down on a chair and turns to Salem. James will remember that. And thanks, Sal. That was amazing. Ending. Be nice to me. Beat the game with a be nice to me ending. Well, that was episode 1, and yeah, as I expected, like, well, we didn't quite reach the camp, but I thought the camp would be maybe the ending of episode 1. Hey there, new Stormhawk. Did you have any fun? The most fun I ever had. The game was so good, the best time of my life. Is this a Dav shamelessly breaking the fourth wall to make me wishlist Rottenroots? Cute. Let's just go with this one. Fourth wall break? Really? Kurt will remember that. Devs? Wishlisting? Sorry, I have no clue what you're talking about. But first things first. You're still alive? Oh, thanks, Sylvana. Now, I am not the only mighty oak in the camp. So, back there, why didn't you help that blonde kid? Maybe he would still be alive now. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for shaming me, putting this on my conscience. Please be a good Stormhawk and save him next time, okay? And your shooting skills, overall, are really great. You should have no problem with what's coming up in the camp. Kurt fidgets with his drumsticks. Wolfgang also wants me to... He checks his notes, his voice dropping to a whisper. Evaluate the subject's decision-making patterns. Kurt cracks back to his normal voice and forces enthusiasm. So, pretty great job with those choices you made. Well, thank you. Kurt plays a quick kazoo tune. Please don't tell him I said that wrong. So, I said, I hope it's okay if I tell you a little about yourself. First of all, none of your friends earned the Green Order emblem this time. It's not something General Wolfgang hands out lightly. He did offer me a Green Order emblem for assisting him on this job. I really hope I won't disappoint him with that. Kurt clears his throat. Moving on. You know, I was asked by General Wolfgang to give you a report on your decisions during the sundown. Kurt pulls out a crinkled list. Well, let's see here. Oh, wow, this paper is a mess. Sorry about that. Anyway. Extremely delicate. You're like a master of sensitivity. Ooh. Very insightful. You really understand situations deeply. Good to know. Very reliable. You're practically the backbone of the group, just as a Stormhawk should be. Quite agreeable. You get along with most people. Moderately open. You're willing to try new things. Sometimes. That's actually accurate. Kurt scribbles a note on his list. Wow, you're really into James. Like, super best friends who could totally share a bunk bed without it being weird. Cute. That's awesome. Just be careful, okay? I wish I had a friend like that. Kurt sighs. Kurt puts down his papers and plays the kazoo again. Anyway, that's about it. Oh, before you go, I have to tell you. Cord straightens up, attempting to look official. Please go ahead and give the... Cord gets out his notes again and double-checks. Rottenroots Episode 1, whatever the hell that means. Another try. There's so much more to uncover here. There are different roads to take, different classes to check out, friends to make, and hidden secrets. General Wolfgang said this Rottenroots Episode 1 has around... What the hell? 14 ways to end? That's too much. Yeah, I saw that. There are 14 achievements on Steam pointing to 14 different endings, and we only got one. And whatever you do, stay out of the forbidden sectors, and please, never hurt me. I know you can get angry. I mean, I saw Albrecht earlier today. He looked... different. Kurt awkwardly waves at you. Good luck, new Stormorg, and if you need me, I'll be, over there. Practicing my kazoo. Or maybe my drums. Or maybe hiding under a table. Bye! 3 days, 3 emblems, 1 chance to meet the Empress. Wishlist Rottenroots to follow Salem's complete journey through the Königstanz. Yeah, and that was episode 1, ending Be Nice to Me. Okay, I'm happy with that, I think. But yeah. So, today's episode is a bit shorter. I kind of thought that might be the case, but overall, pretty long demo. Again, this is all of episode 1, at least at the state it currently is. The full game is supposed to come out still in 2026, but we have no fixed release date yet. But you can already wishlist the game on Steam and play this episode for yourself if you'd like, and get one of the other 13 endings, make other choices than me. Oh, very pretty music again, and there we have the music people. Okay. Well, yeah. Again, a lot of choices, even just in this demo version. I have the links in the description below if you want to check it out for yourself. Like both the link to the shop page where you can wishlist and the one where you have the demo. Now there is also... I also put a link to the itch version, but that, like last I checked it out at least, it looked like that still had the old version of the demo. The one on Steam should be the latest one that is updated, that is longer, bigger, I don't know. So, yeah. I do always appreciate when devs do make a longer demo available that really gives you an insight to what the story really is, what the decisions are like. It doesn't have to be this long, but yeah, it gives you a good idea, I think. And this is quite interesting. The premise itself, like... I'm sorry, I have to compare it to Hunger Games, of course, because of the general premise, and that already was interesting to me. And this is quite different still. Like the premise just being what it is interesting enough, but then you throw in like the romance options and kind of choices you have here that apparently can land you in death, or, well, death is only the beginning, it seems. I wonder how much you can actually die and still come back. Like, is that just a mechanic, or does that actually do something where you, if you die too much, it will be a game over? I don't know. Again, if you're interested, just go download the demo for yourself, make different choices, try out the path that you wanted to see. But yeah, that's it from me for today. As always, I'd appreciate if you let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you played through this, tell me which ending you got. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time with a different game. Bye bye.